the reason why we call it the present.
Right,
So make use of it. It's a gift.
Okay.
Okay, I understand empowerment is to achieve a goal. Like, for a company, it could be a success in business dealing, or in your personal life is where you can achieve your personal goal, like a good prospect in a job or in businesses.
Right.
But
right.
how do you sustain it?
$1 million question, Billy. I'm sure you get that. You get asked that all the time. How do you sustain empowerment?
That's right. Now, empowerment is a good feeling, it's a positive feeling, and it comes up and it comes down like a dolphin would just appear and then goes back into the sea.
Right.
So you need a continuous dosage of motivation. Every one of us need that. When you flip the newspaper every morning, are there more negative news or are there more positive news? So we get all this external negative thingy that is affecting you all the time. So one, you need to have continuous dosage.
Okay.
And two, you need to really understand yourself. What are the values within you that drives you? What are the things that you really enjoy doing? What are you passionate about?
Okay.
Where do you have personal power?
Okay.
Because when you understand what your values are and what you really want, then you will not be living your life trying to achieve goals that other people imposed on you and that's the right goal to achieve as a manager,
Right.
but rather to achieve something that you really want.
Right,
And
right.
then you will be backed up by the values, your
Right.
inner driving forces.
Right, because if you're trying to do something that someone else wants you to do, you're never truly empowered yourself.
right.
You're empowering someone else. Can I ask you, though, does it matter if you are hanging around, people that are I suppose not as positive as you? I mean, does negativity bring in more negativity?
Birds of a feather
Flock together.
flock together.
There you go.
I
Zach,
was,
out.
I was in Hong Kong one time, and I was hosted by this Hong Konger who organizes my seminars and all.
Okay.
A very nice guy, talks a lot, want to be very positive, but deep inside him, the issues that haven't been settled. So he's really quite negative on the inside.
Right, right.
We saw someone threatening to jump at the overhead bridge, and being the helpful person that he is, he told me, Billy, you just wait here. I'm going to try and save that guy. So he went up talking to the guy. 5 minutes later, both of them jumped.
What?
Birds of a feather, they flock together. If I want to know who you are and what you are, give me 5 of your best friends. I'll observe them for a while. I can tell you what you're like.
Billy, that's a joke, though, that previous jump, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. I went to save them.
Okay.
So, actually, I just want to ask how to motivate people. I mean, in the long run, because my girlfriend I'm facing problem with my girlfriend. She thinks negatively very frequently, so
Okay.
that creates a big problem.
Okay.
That every problem that she faces after I talk, I say, oh, I can do it. But tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, then Allah this, Allah that. Ayo, I'm dying. This cannot be done. That cannot be done.
Ah,
how to
right.
motivate people in the long run?
That's a good question, Oracle.
So, Billy, what do you have to say?
I think the first thing here is you got to motivate someone the way they like to be motivated.
Okay.
So by talking more doesn't merely mean you get the message across.
Right, right.
So you got to first begin by finding out how she likes to be motivated.
Okay.
What is the cause of all this negativity? Because we're all products of our past,
Right.
but we don't have to be prisoners of our future.
Right.
So people got to first realize that and want to get out of a negative state. I get people challenging all the time knowing that I'm a hypnotherapist.
Right.
Can you hypnotize me? I don't want to be hypnotized. Can you hypnotize me?
Right, right.
My simple reply, don't waste my time.
Right.
Why do I want to attempt to do something on people who doesn't want to do it?
Right.
What happened to all this respect for other people if the world is filled with all business people?
Right.
Who's going to do the work?
Right. Exactly. Okay, so Billy, I have a question though. I mean, if you can't empower somebody or talk to somebody about getting out of their negative state,
Right.
That's the normal way that people normally do things. So that must be very frustrating for Oracle to be in this current relationship at the moment. What other ways are there to empower somebody?
For one, the oracle needs to be empowered.
Okay.
Okay, for example, or the right variety of tools, to do that, you need to understand that the large part of us and how we naturally respond or react to situation is controlled by the unconscious mind. So you got to have techniques that deals with the unconscious mind to effect all this change, which will then be lasting change.
Okay.
For one, this negativity that is constant, that's always happening, is then not by accident or by mere simple incident that happens at the time. It's probably motivated and has been accumulated over a long time.
Okay.
So you need to get someone back into the past to really get rid of all the negativity within them. You're seeing grown adults on the streets driving, showing middle finger, honking at one another.
Yep. Oh,
and
that's
like
every
that.
day. Yeah. When I drive
And
back.
when I ask those questions in the class, I got a lot of men raising their hands, occasionally ladies trying
Right.
to protect you here.
Right.
And when I ask them, I say, no, how intelligent is that response? I mean, how do you feel? A lot of them go like, well, I feel very satisfied. But is it true that you are satisfied? At that moment, you got toxic chemicals running all inside you, negative emotions, adrenaline that is toxic, not necessarily the positive kind that's running over you.
Right.
And that create diseases. These
Oh,
diseases are really diseases, especially those medical problems that has got no cause to it.
Right.
It's probably something that you're doing to yourself.
Right.
So choose to respond to situation. Don't necessarily react. Think about what you do, rather than just repeating the same patterns over
Right.
and over
It's
and over
not the
again.
long-term kind of, it's not the quick fix kind of thing.
Yeah, there are techniques of empowerment. For example, some of the training programs that we do that involves neuro-linguistic programming,
Right,
NLP,
right.
hypnotherapy, timeline therapy. These are all methods, techniques that access your unconscious mind that gets you go back to do changes to your belief that you have developed over time.
Right.
And it is all those things that's driving you to behave and to act the way that you're doing.
Okay, so behaving and acting negatively it's bad on your whole being. What about if you have a lot of friends that are negative friends or people in your life that are negative? How does that affect you?
Simple solution,
Yeah.
send them all to my seminars.
Okay, that will work too.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
If I want to learn how to be an empowered person, where do I go? And how do I do it?
Okay, interesting, good question. Billy?
That is actually an excellent question. Learning should never stop so that living never cease. So that's an excellent question because it's all about learning it.
Right.
All right. A few things I mentioned earlier on briefly. You can take on training that would train you to become a coach. And then you can empower other people. You can take on training in the areas of NLP, in the areas of maybe even train yourself as a hypnotherapist
Okay.
to help people unleash confidence, creativity, and feel better about themselves.
Right, that's the empower. What if they just want to be empowered? That depends on who they're working with.
A lot of sources on the internet. If you were to just Google for motivational quotations, you would find tons of websites that I think in your lifetime you'll never finish reading them.
Right,
The question is that do you bother to find motivation? Do you bother to find positiveness in other people?
Right,
In
okay.
situations.
Okay.
Every situation that presents itself has two sides to it. There's always the positive side and the negative side. When I fail my exams in Singapore, we do the O levels, and here you do the SPM.
Right.
Out of 8 subjects that I took, I only passed 1. English was F9, and I got a lot of Fs and all that. Fs means under 20%.
Right, okay.
On the way back, with the result slip in my hand, I'm just thinking that I'm going to get a big bashing from my parents
Right.
and my father in particular.
Right.
But then there's always a positive side. See, my father also don't know English.
Right.
Oh.
So when he come, hey, what's F? Why so many F? F means fantastic. There is always a way around if you bother to find it. So go attend seminars, get motivational quotes, download videos. There are tons of people who are very very unlucky, who possess lesser than we do, and yet they can be living an empowered life.
Right, yeah.
More than that, they empower other people. One of the person that I work with quite regularly, W. Mitchell. American,
Okay.
who wrote the book It's Not What Happens to You, It's What You Do About It.
Right.
Mitchell has got 65% burn on the body. He's on a wheelchair,
Right.
but he travels the world to give motivational speeches,
Right.
to empower other people.
Right.
So do you wallow in that self-pity? Oh my God, you don't have this, you don't have that.
Right, yeah,
Or do
yeah.
you focus on what you have?
Right.
Right.
So start looking at things differently. The next time something negative presents itself, ask yourself, what is positive about the situation?
Right. Okay. All right.